In this video, we'll learn how to write some simple programs using strings. Okay. So look, I've given a list of programs. We'll quickly discuss about them. The first program, input a line and count the number of words in it. So in this says, suppose for example, you have a sentence called all is well in exams. So this is a sentence. You have to count the number of words in it. Now this is very simple actually. If you look at this, every word is separated by a space. So you have two methods to do this. In the first method, you will count the number of spaces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in between a space you have two words. So number of spaces plus 1 will be the number of words. Otherwise, remember when you split a string, automatically the string will be split wherever there is a space. So very easily I will give s equal to s dot split, and if I find how many elements are there in the list, automatically we will get the number of words and give length of s. So this is the simplest way to find the number of words in a string. See, number of words is 5. So this is how you find the number of words in a given string. The next question, input a line and count the number of vowels, consonants, numbers, spaces and special characters. So you have to count vowel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you need to count in a string. So first I will assign some value inside a string, some spaces and special characters, everything I've typed. So this is a string. Now what is the question? Count the number of alphabets, numbers, spaces, special characters and vowels, right? Vowels and consonants. Okay, so I need to assign a variable for consonants and another variable for vowels. So these are the alphabets which are going to help me count for each one. Okay. Now how to check the string? You have to check character by character, one by one. You need to check. Now before we move on to the next program, I'll show you what are the two methods of accessing the elements of a string. If you want to access the, character by character, there are two methods. One is for element in string, that is for I in s. Print I. What will I print? Suppose you have hello inside the string, it will print HELLO. So I'll show you the two words. Suppose you have s as hello, for I in s, that is for element in string. For every element in string, print that element. This is one method which will access letter by letter, alphabet by alphabet. Or there is another method for I in range of length of s. This we are accessing the same alphabet but with the help of index number, s of I. Instead of giving directly I here, I should give s of I. The same method, but the answer is the same, but I use two different methods. Here I directly access the values. Here I access the values using the index number. So I will tell you when this is used. Okay. Now input a line that counts the number of vowels. This was what we were doing. So how to access character by character? Now I'm not going to use the index number. I'm directly going to count the characters. So for element in the string, for every element in the string, I'm going to check if the element is a vowel. What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. So you can check if element in A, E, I, O, U or capital A, E, I, O, U. Right? If this element is one among this is the condition. Always remember, whenever you want to count vowels, use in operator and give this. If this is true, I am going to count the vowels as 1. I will increment the count. L if the element in, suppose, how do you check if the element is a consonant? You can do this. If element not in A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, and the element is an alphabet. Do you understand? The element is an alphabet, but it is not in A, E, I, O, U. So automatically, what can you understand? It's a consonant, right? If the element is a digit, that is it a number? In that case, increment the count of a number. Else, if the element is a space, for space you can simply give a space and equate and check. If it is a space, increment space. And if it is not any one of this, it is neither an alphabet nor a digit, not a space, automatically it is understood that it is a special character. So I will increment in the last else, I am incrementing special characters count. Okay. Now I'll print all this count of vowels, then consonants, numbers, spaces, special characters, right? So let us run this and check. Yes, number of vowels 2, yes, A and E. Number of consonants 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Number of digits 0. Yes, I have not given any digit at all. Good. Then number of special characters. So how many at and hash I have given? 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 3 special character, 5 special characters and 3 spaces. So 3 and 5. So this is how you find the count in the given question, right? Input a line, the next question, input a line and print the words that start with a vowel. Okay. So I will give all is well in exams again. Now you have to print all the words that start with a vowel. Okay. So how do you check the starting letter of each word? How many words? So first you have to break this string into word by word. So whenever you want to break it, split it. Right. Now S will become a list. Right. Maybe I can give list 1 is equal to S dot split. Now how should I check this? For every element in this list, I will show you how this is being printed. Every element. Okay. See, the element is all. Next element is well in exams. But my question is, print the word if it begins with a vowel. Okay. So I have to check the first alphabet of every word. So how do you do this? Instead of printing the word directly, you have to check if the element's first index number is a vowel. How do you check a vowel? Whenever you want to check vowel, use this operator. A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U. Right? If it is so, then print that word. Very simple. Okay. See, all is in exams. All the words that start with vowels are being shown here. Okay. So this is how you solve this question. The next question, input a line and replace all vowels with a star using a loop. You cannot use a replace method. So S equal to, so wherever you have a vowel, you should replace it with a star. That is the question. So you cannot directly replace. Why? Because string is an immutable data type. For that, I will initialize a new string. Then access the first string letter by letter. Check if the element is a vowel. If it is a vowel, I will add it star. Add it as a star. Suppose it is not a vowel, I will add the element as such. Right? If it is not a vowel, that element will be taken. If it is a vowel, star will be taken and put inside S1. Okay. Now let's check how it works. Print the new string now. See? So in that vowel, wherever I had A, E and all, it's being replaced by a star. Okay. So this is how this program works. Now look at the fifth question. Input a line, input an alphabet and count the occurrences of alphabet using a loop. Okay. So S is equal to, I'm typing some string and asking the user to input an alphabet, enter an alphabet and count that alphabet. How many times this alphabet occurs. Now, for every element in the string, I am going to check if that element is the alphabet that the user has typed. You have to count its occurrence. Whenever you have something like count plus equal to 1, you have to initialize that count with 0. Only then you can start counting. Now, print the number of occurrences. See, enter an alphabet. I am going to check the occurrence of A. How many times A occurs? It says 2. Shall we check? Here we have an A and here we have another A. So this is how you count, or you can directly, without using the loop, you can say S dot count of A. But if you want to do it using a loop, this is how you have to compare and check. Let us check the last program. Input a password and check the following conditions. The password should contain at least one capital letter, one small letter, one number, one special character, and the minimum length should be 8 characters. Spaces are not allowed. So what are you supposed to do? You should first count how many capital letters, small letters, numbers, special characters are there. Only then if you can confirm if it is minimum 1 in number, and you should check for the length. That we can do at last. So this is the same like the first program we did. Count the number of digits, special characters, spaces. The first program just now we discussed, it is the same. So count if the character is in uppercase, caps plus equal to 1. If it is in lowercase, low plus equal to 1. If it is a digit, or is it a space, or is it a special character. Now, after counting all this, you have to check if it is valid or not. How do you check if it is a valid one? Capital letter, small letter, number, special character should be minimum 1. So, what will you check? If capital letters is greater than or equal to 1 and small letters, that is lowercase count, is greater than or equal to 1 and numbers is greater than or equal to 1 and special character is greater than or equal to 1 and space are not allowed, which means space should be equal to 0. So just keep on adding all the conditions. What is the last condition? Minimum length of the password should be 8 characters. So length of password is greater than or equal to 8. So if the string adheres to all these conditions, then I will print password is valid. Else invalid. Okay. So let's check how this program works. Enter the password A, W, E, D, F, G, small letter, capital letter, alphabets, and special character. So it says password is valid. Let me check for some other condition. I'm not going to give any character at all. I mean capital letters. I'm also going to leave some space and 2 numbers and check. Now it says invalid password. So this is how you have to check for conditions in a string. Thank you.